of special stories with her over the years. Val, for as long as I can remember, has been the greatest energy in every room. She had a way of commanding respect wherever she went. At her home, at 545 South Glendale, and at Oriental Food Market on South Broadway, where I'd spot her occasionally wandering over to the Connected Jewelry store. In later years, I spent hours at the gift shop where she would do business. I'd make myself a cozy hideout by pulling bolts of silk and satin for sale, stored on a rack, only to be scolded for making a mess and having to re-roll the yards and yards of fabric back into place. I never really sat down to have a conversation with Bat, but I knew her. I knew her bedroom, the biggest room in the house, for the biggest personality. A built-out attic where she had a beautiful outline display. I'd run my face along her silken dresses. I would pull on the white curls and re-snap the tiny buttons with my chubby fingers. I was in awe of her collection. She was very fancy. We had big, fancy family dinners on Fridays. I would set up the table with silverware and plates and be annoyed when it cluttered up because all the dishes laid out took up all the space, especially on dining room nights. I made the best dining room, better than anything out there, and I'm sad for later generations who never got to experience her cooking. After family dinners, all the women would gather around the dining room table and trade off trying on Bath's jewelry. So many big gemstones, shiny diamonds, gold, yellow, white, always impressive. Bath always had a sparkle in her eye, but also a sparkle in her ear and on her finger. I loved she was unapologetic for the space she occupied in every room. She showed me what being a strong woman was. She always spoke up, and she always walked tall. She was a boss lady before there was a term for it. She may not know how to speak English or drive, but she went places. A lot of places. Her photos at the Great Wall in China, temples in Vietnam. She would visit cousins on the West Coast one month and be sitting on a ship in the Caribbean the next. She had a full life. I should know. I had a stint as her driver for a bit, like so many of us in the room. I do not think much about it at the time, but what an honor it was to drive her to all the places she needed to go. In later years, I'd watch her be driven by Cahoon with my mom and aunts in the car. She enjoyed long rides, and there were times when I saw the girl gang slowly rolling down my street. They shout my name and startled me. I could hear their cackling laughs coming from a mile away. I could tell Val really enjoyed that time. I think Val would have liked the ride to their home today. I'm thankful for the long time she had with us. She's at every wedding, has celebrated many daytimes, graduations, and birthdays. Not only her kids, but also her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We are treasuring every moment and every photo. I'm sad to be standing here with you today, and that this is our last photo with Beth. She would be proud of us, gathered from near and far to be here, to say our farewell while her spirit transitions, where she will join her husband, her many friends, and her family. She is now free from the physical limitations of this life, and free from confusion and pain. May her physical body rest in peace, And may we keep a part of her spirit alive with us in our hearts forever. As an honor to bow, family, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, please raise your hand. Please raise your fingers. Reach over to the person next to you and give him a big pinch. Not so bad, a little love to show her affection and love for us.
We now